What's next? We actually use Gemini here to help us with how we might restyle our place, but what could an agent do here? How do we do something that would help a business scale this type of thing?
Well, agents can automate processes, unlock entirely new use cases, and improve the way we do the things that we already do every day.
Yeah, but the million-dollar question is, what in the world is an agent? How are you defining that?
Yeah, we should probably start there. Well, an agent is a service that talks to an AI model to perform a goal-based operation using the tools and context that it has. And agents can help us accomplish many goals. Some agents will automate tasks that we need to scale, and some agents will help us solve complex problems either autonomously or by asking for human help when needed.
I see. So building an agent is a lot like building a service, but it has some of those unique traits you mentioned that push an agent beyond just a classic cron job or a web service, no?
Yep, that's exactly right.
Got it.
In this next demo, we'll create an agent to help contractors by handling tasks like verifying building codes and looking up permits. As input, it'll use Paige's ideas and any supporting documents like floor plans. The agent's goal is to generate a PDF proposal we can share with Paige to hopefully win her business.
That sounds like a giant time saver. What is actually the best way to build an agent?
Well, you start with Vertex AI.
Of course you do.
Vertex AI is our end-to-end platform for building and managing AI applications and agents, as well as model training and deployment.
All right, since all I apparently have is questions for you, now that we are using Vertex AI to build an agent, how do we actually get started?
You're full of great questions, Richard.
That's all I got.
You're lucky I'm here.
That's all I got.
Agent Development Kit. It's new, open source, model agnostic, and supports model context protocol.
Great.
We're making it easier for developers to build agents. Let's see how. Please welcome to the demo stage, Dr. Fran Hkelman.
And Stephanie. I'm here to show you all the goodness of the Agent Development Kit, ADK, that we just released. To build an agent in ADK with Gemini and Vertex AI, we need three things. We need an instruction, we need tools, and we need a model. The instruction defines the agent's goal. The tools enable the agent to perform actions beyond a plain LLM via additional function and API calls. And the model handles all LLM tasks and is responsible for calling the tools. In ADK, we support the Model Context Protocol, my favorite protocol. MCP creates a standardized structure and format for all the information an LLM needs to process a data request. This allows our agent to use tools for retrieval augmented generation, also known as RAG. ADK is a Python SDK. Let's write some code. Here I am in Cloud Shell Editor using ADK. The first thing I need to do before we define an agent is to connect to Gemini and Vertex AI. This is very easy to do with a .env file. I can either configure my Google Cloud project, or I can easily access Vertex AI using an API key. Okay, with that established, let's look at our agent code. Remember, I said an agent needs instruction, tools, and a model. We define our agent's goal using an instruction. It's the foundation of any agent. We describe in natural language what the agent will do. I use Gemini and Vertex AI to help create this instruction. It's quite detailed because we need to cover a lot of edge cases. For this agent, the instruction focuses on taking a customer request and creating a PDF proposal. And we set the instruction right here in our agent constructor. Next, let's explore tools. We're going to add this Analyze Building Codes tool. It allows our agent to perform RAG by accessing our own private data set for local building codes. The Analyze Building Codes function defines the tool's arguments and return value. And the agent is going to decide on its own when it needs to call this function. So it needs to understand what the function does. And we use this docstring here using natural language to describe what the tool is doing. And this is how the agent knows what the function does and when to call it. The function takes a building feature like plumbing or windows. It searches our RAG database for local codes, and then it returns a summary. Clear docstrings are vital. They guide the AI model in selecting the right tool. To perform RAG, we need to retrieve information from outside the agent. For this, I used the Model Context Protocol server from Google's MCP toolbox for databases, which we contributed to open source. And I deployed it to this endpoint here. The Analyze Building Codes function uses RAG to ground the agent's responses in data from our database. With this, we've defined a tool for our agent to accomplish its goal. Okay, since we're building an AI agent, we need an AI model from Vertex AI. ADK is model agnostic, so I could use models like Llama or Claude, but I'm using Gemini 2.5. And the model is a key part of the agent, because the model handles the execution of the tools we defined, and it produces the output we are looking for, a proposal for pages remodel. In essence, building an agent in ADK boils down to just 3 things: instructions, tools, and a model. Okay, time to test the agent. Let's open the terminal. ADK comes with a dev UI for local development. You call it by running ADK web. Okay, open localhost. Let's select our agent. The dev UI handles multimodal inputs like images for us. So I'm uploading Paige's ideas and her floor plan. Please create a proposal. We will integrate this UI with Gemini Code Assist and its supported IDEs later this year. Okay, gave us an answer. Wow, look at this. It created this whole professional PDF. What a massive time saver. Agent Dev Kit is public today. I want you all to build something with agents on Gemini that makes your life easier. Thanks so much.
Great job, Fran. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, that was terrific. I love seeing that.
Yeah, I mean, it's really wild to see how easily Fran could take some of the fun ideas from Paige and Logan's demo and make an enterprise-class agent from them.
I mean, it's not very hard to see how this could be useful for lots of other tasks and businesses, anything that requires just a lot of reasoning, no?
Oh, there's so many things we can build with agents, and they really unlock a whole new level of automation.
I thought Agent Development Kit looked pretty cool, right? You all like that? I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, there we go. A round of applause for Agent Development Kit. Was there anything unique, though, that you had to think about differently when building with it? I know you hit on those 3 things that make up an agent, but was there anything otherwise you had to think about?
I mean, at the heart, it's just code.
Okay.
Prompt engineering is really important, so be really explicit with your doc strings and your instructions.
That's good advice for everybody. All right, thank you very much, Fran. Terrific job.